My name is Brian Glick. I'm here with a Fighter's Advice exclusive. We're going to talk about a technique that came out of a fight in 2009, Demian Maia versus Chael Sonnen in the UFC. It was a very exciting fight. Demian Maia had a beautiful kind of like Sasai lateral drop that landed him in a position that looked a lot like this. The mount with a trapped arm. Why? Because they started in an over-under tie position up against the cage and they landed here. And actually, you can see my knee is under the armpit. When Maia landed, it was a little higher. And so instead of working the arm free, Chael kind of pummeled the arm through and ended up in this position. Now, from a grappling perspective, this looks great. But we have an issue, which is that sometimes it's difficult to make a transition from here to a full triangle. Chael made it a little harder because as Demian Maia was working, he grabbed onto this wrist. Then he hit a bridge to knock him over. So now, a lot of times, if we're in this situation, there's going to be a temptation as someone goes to knock you over to kind of release everything in post. And oftentimes that gives your partner enough time to pummel, create space, and all of these things. But Demian Maia just allowed this connection to stay, and as his opponent knocked him over, he took this opportunity, even though he didn't have a proactive wrist grip, he used a reactive wrist grip to split his partner's arms. From here, you can see it's much easier actually to hit the triangle because there's no weight on your legs. Now that we land here, his partner comes up, his opponent comes up, and now we've got this figure four. If you were to try to kind of release everything and move the arm across the center line, it takes a lot, and you often don't have that much time. So instead of doing that, Demian Maia does something interesting. He covers his partner's shoulder, right, by making this adjustment. What's the adjustment? He kind of turns his legs so that Chael's shoulder disappears. In doing this, you end up really focusing on getting the deltoid up against the carotid. You can really compress everything, and this is actually where the finish happened. He kind of came back through, controlled the head, tilted down, and then at this point, it was all over. So when you're in the top position, especially in a higher mount, and you're working for some of these attacks, you are going to find that there are going to be times where the person is going to bump you off or create off balance. Sometimes it makes sense to release what you have. But if you have confidence in your attack, as Demian Maia did in this fight, you're going to find that sometimes sticking with the technique is more important than maintaining the position or trying to maintain the position.